Hi, and welcome to the 8th section of the Mastering TypeScript Programming Techniques course, where we will discuss Node.js and TypeScript. In this section, we'll see how to use TypeScript with Node.js, we'll also create a simple REST API, and finally see how to run and compile the REST API. We'll talk about enabling TypeScript for Node.js, and we'll learn what you need to do in order to be able to write TypeScript code in Node.js. TypeScript, being a superset of JavaScript, allows us to leverage standard things that we have in JavaScript, and on top of that it also provides us with data types, interfaces and all sorts of other additions that make developing applications with TypeScript a pleasure. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we could have data types and other TypeScript features in Node.js as well? We could specify an interface for data that an API returns and force other developers to fulfill the contract specified by that interface. And this is just one of the multitude of examples that you can do when you use TypeScript. So how to get started? Well, first of all, we need to make sure that we have types installed for Node.js. Types or typings can be installed via npm by executing the npm i /types/node command. This will install data types for Node.js and allow us to use these types in a way as if they were part of the Node.js core. When it comes to running and executing TypeScript code via Node.js, you have seen me use tsnode in previous videos. You can also install this package from npm via npm i ts-node. Ideally, please install it globally so that you can access it in every project. This allows us to simply run a ts-node followed by the name of the TypeScript file and see the results in the CLI. Another approach is of course to go ahead and compile the TypeScript code to JavaScript using tsc and then use node, the command, followed by the transpiled file's name and execute the JavaScript file against Node.js as we would do it under normal circumstances when you work with Node.js. So let's go ahead now and install these typings as well as tsnode and create a very simple Node.js application using TypeScript. So first, let's install the types for Node. I'm also appending the --save flag so that this particular module gets saved to my package.json file. Let's also go ahead and install tsnode globally. So I've installed both of these packages, which means that now I can start to write an application using TypeScript. So I'm going to create a new file, call it app.ts, and in here now I'm going to create a very simple application that will fire up an HTTP server by using the built-in HTTP module for Node.js. So I'm importing everything as HTTP from the HTTP module. And now I can access all the methods from HTTP. So I can create a server. This server, as you can see from the Visual Studio Code suggestion, requires a request and a response. And this is a callback function. And all I'm going to do is send a response back. I'm actually going to end the response as well. And I'm just going to send a very simple message back. And I'm also going to call listen and listen on port 3000. I'm going to save this application now. I'm going to call tsnode app.ts. As you can see, I have the command prompt waiting. So let's go ahead and open our browser, go to localhost 3000, and in there I now get the hello from Node.js TypeScript message.